Everybody is susceptible to bad advice when it comes to health and fitness. Women in their 30s that are beginning their fitness journey, you want to be smart about steering clear of misinformation and falling for the latest gimmicks. Welcome to the Workout Nerd Out. I'm Julio Lopez. I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist with over 9 years of experience in personal training. Also, I've got my master's degree in nutrition. In recent years, it's an amazing thing that good nutrition and fitness, particularly weight training, has increasingly become a staple for young women across America. But there still exist prevailing misconceptions that need to be addressed. For starters, the average woman is not going to be all big and swole if you start lifting weights. The muscle building process is slow, and every guy at every gym would be devastated if they saw you walk in as a normal woman and walk out looking like Arnold after a couple workouts. Another misconception being about fat loss and the gimmicks that companies want to dupe you into buying. Whether you're new to working out or you've been training for a couple years, for women to grow muscle mass can take a while. Yet, there are still those that resist lifting weights out of fear of looking like a bodybuilder. Testosterone is an anabolic hormone that can be directly linked to the reason why men are able to grow muscle mass much faster than women. And since women's bodies produce much less testosterone than men, super rapid muscle growth is not going to happen for the average woman. For women that don't want to grow a bunch of muscle mass but want to be stronger, this can be done. While there's no way to absolutely prevent the possibility of growing muscle mass when training for strength, by utilizing a training approach that's made for building strength, you won't have to worry about becoming overly bulky. High weight and low reps at close to failure is the most common approach to building strength, not so much for muscle size. Women starting their fitness journey are just as susceptible as men in thinking that more training means better chances of success in reaching your goals. The more is better approach becomes problematic, especially for beginners, because this is most often the cause behind burnout, psychologically and physically. I hope you're liking this information, but if you would, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell to notify you if another video is uploaded. For those who've been largely sedentary for a while, since your body had no time to acclimate to the rigors of training, it's going to need time to recover and adjust. But if you suddenly start training at full intensity 5 or 6 days a week, problems are going to arise. Some may be able to push through for a couple weeks, but eventually fatigue, injuries, and simply not wanting to work out will set in. More often than not, this is when individuals quit altogether. The solution is to ease your body into a routine to adjust to working out and learning the movements. Then as you become accustomed to the training, this is where you can start increasing the intensity or even add another training day. It's different for everybody, but the best advice is to listen to your body. When your body needs to take a rest, it's going to take back control of the steering wheel. As someone who is working full-time as a personal trainer and simultaneously going to grad school, I know this all too well. For every 30-something woman starting her fitness journey, it's best that you maintain control of your need to rest by listening to your body and taking a day off if you're feeling fatigued or sense an injury coming. I say it all the time. You have to check your ego when starting to work out, because trying to push through sharp pain or fatigue as a novice might teach poor habits in your technique or lead to a more serious injury, both of which can cause exponentially worse results in the future. Wearables have been a hot trend in the fitness world for over the last 15 years, from a heart rate monitor to a Fitbit to an Apple Watch. However, are these wearables worth it? It depends. For some people, having something that lets you know that your heart rate is more elevated than it usually is, or sleep has been on the decline, can be the nip in the bud that they might need to start taking it easy instead of overtraining. For others, though, they can simply listen to their body. For instance, when one is getting poor sleep quality, they're probably feeling really fatigued, and that may be all they need to start going to bed earlier. As someone who graduated with his master's degree in nutrition, trust me when I say that fat burners are some of the most useless supplements that your gym and trainer are trying to sell you. The main active ingredient in fat burners is just caffeine. So you can save a bunch of money if you just drink black coffee instead of shelling out $80 a month for this garbage. Sweat-inducing gels and waist trainers are clear-cut examples of useless fitness gimmicks that prey upon women in their 30s that are starting their fitness journeys. The weight that you lose from excessive sweating is simply water loss and has nothing to do with fat loss. If you're sweating a lot, your body tells you that you need to drink more water, and then voila, that weight that you lost through the sweating has has come right back because you hydrated. Those sweat-inducing gels and waist trainers are often marketed as fat reducers in specific regions of one's body, such as the midsection, the arms, the thighs, etc. You need to understand that spot fat reduction is not real. The only way that you can reduce fat in specific areas of your body is through liposuction, and that's because fat is literally being sucked out of the region where the doctor is operating. In conclusion, for every woman in her 30s that's starting her fitness journey, I wish you the best of luck. And I also want to warn you about falling for misconceptions and gimmicks that cause more harm than good. Be smart with your training regimen and take your time to allow your body the opportunity to adjust to the exercise-induced stress. And seriously consider hiring a personal trainer to help you start. As for the gimmicks, do your research and don't fall for anyone's snake oil. Ideally, if considering to start taking a supplement or something that promises to speed up fat loss, run it by your doctor first. So that does it for today's Workout Nerd Out. Thank you so much for joining me. If you know somebody who can benefit from this information, please share it with them. Until next time, I'll see you on the next Workout Nerd Out.